How's it going? Well, after completing our heavy rain series, we're gonna hop into another game here called Enderal, which I only know a little bit about it. Not much. The main thing I know is that it's basically modded Skyrim, but has gotten special edition. And as you can see, this is the first time. Go. New spells you have to read. Spell tome, void, and craft item. Okay, so like they have to tell Daddy. Okay. Okay. The horsies. Already seems. So, hidden. Guess I'm just going up trail here. It's Dad? Daddy? You need to talk with Dad.
Oh, hey there. I didn't see you coming.
What is that?
So, how did it go? Did you find it? Where are we? We're at home, silly. Where else would we be? Just mommy, sister, you, and me. Now tell me, how did
Nobody
it go?
has names?
Did you find it? No? Pity. Maybe you're simply looking in the wrong places. Did you ever think of that? Ugh. Oh well, who knows? Say, why don't you go inside and see if you can help Mommy with the cooking? The Creator was kind to us today and sent a big fat elk right in front of my bow. All right?
Okay. Meat, flour, here, garlic, whisperweed, jar of meat. Forbidden door? What? Door. Forbidden door. Okay, I was like, I think I'm saying. Preciousness of meat? Meat is life. Even the ash. populating this forest new. Each time they killed an enemy in a battle, they tore out the liver, heart of the eat them together with their family. By doing so, just as everyone knows, the strength of the beaten enemy. We are living in a time in which Eric, be the friends of the bloody meat to settle for Am. Bro, we cannibals? Part of crispy meat. Who doesn't know that? You are looking forward to a nice crispy piece of meat after a hard day of work, but your useless child who you instructed to cook it gives you a charred something instead. Castigate them, but the problem stays the same. You are hungry. Means that there is no other way than doing it yourself. Walk to the fireplace, cut out a big bloody chunk of the animal, put it into the kettle. Lo and behold, slowly the pleasant smell of burned life reaches your. Is there anything better than that? I think so. He. Maybe I can sell these later. Dude, how many? You don't need this many books. Just this. It's literally all copies of the two of the same. Ooh, what do I look like? Can't sit. So fun. So
My, I totally forgot what a mess I left here.
yeah.
But I was right, wasn't I? A real gem we've got here. Well then, let's waste no more time and get to it, shall we?
Oh, mommy and sister.
What? Now when you look at that, I totally forgot about them. They're dead, don't you remember? You murdered them back then, both of them. But hey, no use crying over spilled milk, right? At least this
What?
means there's more meat for the two of us. You still remember how to do this, right? First, off with the skin. Slice up the belly, then out with the entrails.
Hold on a second.
I'll look for a nice sharp knife in the meantime to cut off the head. I don't think either of us wants to eat that, do we?
Didn't kill them, it was the. Alright, so hang on a second. Go inside to help mommy with cooking. Oh, I forgot that they're dead. How is that something that you forget? And then I apparently killed them, but I'm saying I didn't kill them. And that is my only dialogue.
Oh, silly, what's this again? We both know that's a lie. You did it. I remember it all. First, you set this horrible fire to your sister's crib.
But we're going to
She
describe it?
screamed and
Great.
screamed, and Mommy heard it, but when she finally got there, nothing was left of her but burnt flesh. And, oh gosh, do we really need to go through this again? You know how sad it makes me when you do this. You killed them, period. No matter how often you tell me you didn't, it changes nothing. You hear me? Nothing. Now please,
I feel like you should be
let's
more
start
upset
cooking.
with me.
I'm so bloody damn hungry. Oh, by the Creator's name, why are you telling these lies? Isn't it enough that you murdered us? Do you really have to bother me
Wait,
over
us?
and over with your stupid, pathetic, and pointless whining? You know, sometimes I wish the Creator would have made me just a little less merciful. Just a little less pious. Because then I would have realized that you were tainted by sin long before any of this had ever happened. And instead of raising you feeding you and loving you like a father does. I would have put you in the horse trough right after you were born. Yes, I should have killed you. I should have just killed you. Just like you killed us. And now, you think you're safe because we're all under the earth, don't you?
This will
Well, listen up, my child. You are wrong. And do you know why? Because the dead don't forget. Do you hear me? The dead don't forget.
Oh,
Now enough of this useless chatter. I'm bloody starving.
dude, the house is
Bring
on
me the
fire.
meat, you spoiled brat. Bring it to me. Bring me a nice crisp piece of meat. Bring me a nice crisp piece of meat. Bring me a nice crisp piece of meat. Bring me a nice crisp
Crashing
piece
out.
of meat. Bring me a nice crisp piece of meat.
Oh, I completed first class. Yeah. Have a nice day. Awesome.
Let's begin with a question. It might sound simple to you at first, but I pray you to think about it. What distinguishes a free man from a slave? For now, however, let us start this story where another one ended 3 years ago, with the death of the Lightborn. For 4,000 years they had reigned over this world, 7 arcanists who, through their magic, had acquired eternal life.
Okay.
In a time of chaos, they gave mankind what they thought it needed most, to be ruled over with an ironclad but fair hand. Within just 1 century, they united the shattered lands, and a single century later, their human origin was forgotten. They became gods, or Lightborn, as they let themselves be worshipped as. Yet the longer they reigned, the louder the voices grew that accused them of tyranny. The loudest being that of Naranzul Aranthiel. And he succeeded in achieving what was once thought impossible. He gathered an army, overturned the Lightborn, and gave back freedom to mankind. However, the price for this was high, because where there are gaps of power, fights erupt. As such, this world grew into what it is today, shattered, riven, and broken into pieces.
Okay.
But all of this was merely a diversion, so that no one would notice something else. The death of the Lightborn had set something into motion, a clockwork, having long stood still. Its gears now once again slowly began to turn. This is the story of someone who wanted to be free.
So, what distinguishes the slave from a...
Shh, hey, quiet, damn it. You wanna wake up the entire ship or what? Well, sorry. That was a bit harsh. I'm just nervous, that's all. It was that dream again, wasn't it?
Okay, alright.
Uh-huh. Seriously, if we had a penny for every night since we met where you woke up screaming, we'd probably be traveling to Enderal in our own starship and... well, not like this. Some things never
Starship,
change,
sir?
I guess. Do you ever ask yourself if maybe you blame yourself for all of this? For what happened to your family, I mean? Well, there must be a reason that you dream the same thing over and over, mustn't there? I'm no scholar, but maybe these dreams are trying to tell you something. Oh, I don't know. As determined as ever. I guess you're right. But... who knows? Maybe everything is gonna be different now. It's strange, isn't it? The way life sometimes goes. Now, if you had told me that a few weeks ago, I would have at the very least called you insane. But if the stories are true, there's no better place for a fresh start. Can you believe it? Apparently there aren't even any slaves on Enderal. It's amazing. Only this whole blind passenger thing is making my head ache.
Not our fault the ship guarded and we do, but we're gonna pay our debts.
We're talking about 500 pennies here. Even if we're able to find a job over there, we will still need the money for ourselves. Don't fool yourself. What we're doing here is theft. Unfortunately. But anyway, what's done is done. I just hope the Endralians are easier on Outlanders than the Neremes are. Your mother was a fugitive as well, wasn't she? Where exactly did she come from? You've told me 100 times, but I just keep on forgetting it.
Half? Half a native to the swampy construction of caused by decades of war. Some pursued and discarded them because many Eterna earn their life as half Eterna start with a bonus. Elemental. Alien. Originating in the barren, steppe-like continent. Aziel. The Arizalian divided people. While the nomadic natives in the steppes, the coastal inhabitants regard them as primitive and struggle for recognition. Pledged part of the city. Half Arizalian start bonus. Handed health and handling. Okay. Mage race. Fighter build, like half Kalenian. As a secluded people, the inhabitants of the belt of Kylie are said to have a reclusive mind. Kalayans are blessed businessmen that can be ascribed to Violent Co. Finn's biggest trading company, and is located in Kile. Among other things, half Kalayans start with a bonus on rhetorics, carrying capacity, sleight of hand, like word. Quarians originate from the namesake desert continent, said to be both big and habitable. At the same time, it is also known as the cradle of science and culture. While many foreign countries era for its advanced culture, they are often deemed as heretical and immoral, especially on religious continents. Half Iranians start with bonus on light armor. So this is like a straight fighter. This one, like, got like, I don't know if paladins are. Is a better word. Huh. Anyway, I feel like the Eternal one is because it's the magic one. Like the magic. I was kind of thinking. Yeah, I'll go with could be a. Hey, what's up, Ivor? Yeah, total conversion mod. Yep. Yeah, this is like it's a mod of Skyrim, but it's also like its own game apparently. Yeah, yeah, you can download it for free on Steam. It's pretty cool. Like he's always gonna. Like this. You downloaded but never got around to playing it? Yeah, I downloaded it like a year or so ago. Just now. Whoa. Whoa. Um, probably hurt. Like, dirt I have on me? Where's I have? Two? Do that. Nose type? So I just, and Ivor, I just got done with the intro. The intro was, like, wild. Like, you do a new game, and it puts you in this, like, field, and your first quest task is go talk to daddy. Is literally, like, the language it uses. I'm like, oh, okay. You're gonna go talk to daddy, alright. You go talk to daddy, and he's chopping wood outside of his cabin, and daddy says, um, it's just you, me, mommy, and sister. And I'm like, wait, nobody has names? But anyway, he sends you inside to, like, go help with the cooking. Go help mommy with the cooking. Um so uh so I go inside to help mommy with the cooking, and he goes, "Oh, silly me, I forgot. Mommy and sister are dead. You killed them." I'm like, "Wait, what is going on?" And anyway, it ends up being a dream, and then you wake up on this ship. Um can't even tell what has changed. I'm just kind of like clicking random stuff. I can't even net color. I can see that change. Head color. Okay. Eyes. Oh geez. Oh geez. Not too bad. Oh wow. Holy smokes. That's just freaky. Okay, that's probably fine. No, I don't think I want to mess with mouth. I think I'll mess with the hair a little bit. Who's this haircut? Give him a mohawk. Pretty looking thing. I don't hate this. He looks like a white trash, like trailer trash type guy. Go to the Timu anime protagonist hair. Okay. This one? Heck yeah. And anime protagonists, they never have facial hair, do they? So he's got to look like this. Oh, he still has like a little something. A mustache. Okay, sideburns. There we go. Look at my clean-shaven boy. Alright, what color hair? It can't be like... Yeah, boy. I'll give him, basic anime protagonist black hair, right? Do you feel like more, like, just random, like, are they more brown-haired or black-haired? What do you think? Like brown. I feel like most of them are... It's either this brown or, like, this black right here. More colorful. So orange, red, blue, purple. Oh, really? Okay. Alright. I'm not gonna lie. I like how the orange looks. It looks goofy. Okay. How do I name myself? Finish a name? Yeah. I mean, that's me, boy.
An Eterna, right. She was one of the last of her kind to leave Maya Awanath, wasn't she? Ironic. Seems some parents pass on their fates to their children. Anyway. Whew, I'm gonna hit the hay for an hour or so. It's your turn to stand...
So, me and this dude, we've apparently stowed away on the ship, and we're heading to Enderal.
Someone's coming!
Women nowadays just don't want a man to guard them anymore. That's the problem. I tell you, sometimes I long for the good old days, back when I could live this... Nobody would bat an eye. Anyway, enough of the chit-chat.
When I could lift a skirt and no one would bat an eye? Holy smokes.
Oh, blazes, what do they want down here? The lamp! Quickly! Put out the lamp! Good. Now, quiet.
Aha, here we go. Man, it smells like Vaughtier's balls down here. Say now, what's that chest supposed to look like?
Small, with the crest of the Blue Island Coalition on it, I think.
Ah, yeah, right. Black Guardian knows what the captain wants it for this shortly before arriving. You go look upstairs. I'll see if I can find it down here.
Okay.
Oh, shit. They don't leave us any choice. We need to do something quick. You take on the old guy, I'll take the young one. Go!
Know how to fight.
Someone's there.
Throw a hook to the face! You can do it!
Yo, I am already losing. Okay, I won my fight.
You'll regret this!
Hey, we did it.
Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. That wasn't part of the plan. Not at all. What in blazes are we going to do now?
Let's kill them. It's safer that way. Turn ourselves in. Climb up and gag them. When we arrive and we sneak out. Yeah, that seems to be... Yeah.
Yes, of course. That makes sense. One of them said it's not much longer until we arrive. With a little luck, no one will notice they're gone until then. Come on. Help me search. There must be a rope or something. I thought we were over the hump when we made it on board. It just can't ever be easy, can it?
Found rope.
Poor lost souls. The probabilities have turned against you.
Failed woman.
What the? Who are you?
You are confused by my sudden appearance. But my identity is irrelevant, as are you, dear Sirius. Unfortunately.
What? Oh shit, please don't tell anyone we're down here, please. We didn't mean any harm. These guys were just...
You ask that I not reveal you, for your intentions were not evil. And I believe you. But sadly, it's not compassion that rules my deeds. The first beat of a wing must happen. It is the only way the probabilities will fall into place. This is the way it has to be. The way it has been for eons. I am sorry.
What the? Oh no! No! What are you doing, please?
Oh jeez.
Just don't leave. We
Jeez.
just wanted to...
The heck? Yo, what the heck? That's so trippy.
After we had left Osteen, the two of you hid in the cargo and lived on our stocks. Then when Rick and Sebald found you, you gave them a beating. And all of a sudden, a veiled woman appeared and knocked you out
Rip
with
serious,
wild
yeah.
magic. Is that about it?
Yes, I know it sounds crazy, but it's the truth. Please, my dame, we didn't have a choice. You've got to believe us. The war, we just wanted a second chance. That's all.
A second chance. Yes, I think I understand you.
He's definitely killing one of us, or
You
both of
wanted
us.
to start a new life in a new land. And as my ship is one of the only ships still sailing the route since the wars, you were simply forced to board without paying.
Yes, we could work for you. You know, we could scrub the deck, peel potatoes, anything to pay off our debt. And as soon as we've arrived...
Heartbreaking. How truly, truly
I
heartbreaking.
don't think she's buying it,
But
guys.
let's be honest.
I don't think she's got a lot of
You
sympathy.
did have a choice. You could have signed on like all the others did, but you didn't. Instead, you've nested on my ship like flesh maggots, enjoying the good life while my crew actually had to earn their keep.
I mean, she's got a point.
And now you're feeding me this bullshit about veiled women and wild magic.
Okay, I mean,
How
that
stupid do you think I am?
that part's true though.
I know your kind. You are cutthroats, filchers. At least have the guts to admit it.
What? No. You're wrong. Please, just let me explain.
I don't give a shit for your explanations. If there's one thing I hate more than cowards, it's people trying to pluck my heartstrings. You two are scum. And there's only one kind of punishment for scum on my ship.
This is a very short game.
Pull him up, Ruger.
But Captain, they...
Do it.
Of course, Captain. I'm sorry, lad. You should have stayed in their room.
But... You can't do this.
Can't even look
Oh,
around.
Believe me, I can.
No.
The blood splatter. Oh man.
Oh, well, look at that. Someone's woken up. Rise and shine. Tie him and his friend together and feed them to the
Pour one out
fish.
for the homie
Good
serious.
luck in your new life, friend.
Wait, have I already been? Oh, okay. It sounds like I got stabbed there. All right, cool.
Tell me, What is time to the dead? Dreaming anyway.
So many people just talk, and
How
never...
does it feel to be powerless?
This is about your damn pride, Tina.
I know I'm not real.
Anime hair was a good shout. You
It's
got
not
some
according to
A-tier
your
anime plot
I
armor.
know damn well I did.
I'm gonna need it. I feel like I'm gonna need the plot
This isn't
armor.
happening. But then again,
This just isn't happening.
what is reality anyway?
Selfish fool!
Talent learned meditation. What? Where am I? Okay. Interact Phasmaless Souls. For arrow. The world in between by minute. Play dancer. Shield. Okay. Okay, this looks like the level up skill place. Vagrant, Trader. Okay, so this is like sneaky stuff. This is like fighting stuff. I don't know what Phasmalist is. Is this the mage stuff? Yeah. Lycanthrope. Okay. I know that Lycanthrope is a werewolf. What is what's a Phasmalist? I don't know what that is. But I picked a magic race, so I can do magic stuff. This first. I don't know what is Sinistro. Apprentice of the Dark Art. Concentration, Dark Arts, Physical Binding. Not plant. Devour Soul, Sonic Veil, Adept of the Dark Art. Bone Joe. Expert of the Dark Arts. Abyss. Tropic. Quiet Casting. Okay, this one, I'm not gonna lie, sounds kind of cool. New mechanic for the overhaul, yeah. Elementalist. Arcane Might. Apprentice. Arcane Rage. Dual Cast. Elemental Frenzy. Big Wind. Elementalist. Disintegrate. Fire. Okay, so this is like destruction magic. I don't even know what this is. What do you even do with the... Like, this just sounds cool, but I have no idea what it does. Then what's this metal? Thaumaturge? What does Thaumaturge mean? Mental? Magical repel arc. Death Mate. So this is like, I feel like this sounds like illusion. Like, I'm trying to like map it to how Skyrim works. So I already know I'm not gonna do rogue or fighter stuff. Not gonna mess with Asthmatist or Lycanthrope, at least. So I need to pick Destruction, Illusion, or the cool black one, dark one. I don't even know what it does. Perhaps you and assign fail for sure. All offensive expels. What is Memories of the Sinistrope teach you the usage of psionics and Tier 1 psionic spells stay 15% longer. In fact, entropy spells less health? What? What do you mean? Okay. Sounds strong. I don't really understand this one. Spells do 13%, 12%. This, okay, that one, the left one is damage, and this one is, it stays in effect long. This memory will oh. Okay, I can't even unlock anything until I get this. Yeah. I already know I'm doing this. Let's do that. I have none remaining. Alright. Alright, well, I guess I'll come back to that later. Why to get out of here? Okay. Starts with the dreams. And to reach. You have a map. World map, you can view the world from air. You are depicted as an arrow to orientate yourself. Quest targets are also depicted as well as all locations you have discovered or heard about. Okay, so I washed up over here. Very well made, yeah. This art. Red Sea, there's an island. Heard of... Okay, so I've heard of these places. These towers. Next to one. Lost Cliff Mountains. How big is this? It's pretty big. This is where I start. Desert. Drawn by Magistra. Interesting. Okay, yeah, I don't even know what to do, but it's cool that it gives map art. What items do I got? Clothes. They confiscate all the stuff that I took. Yeah. Okay. I've been trying to pick stuff up, but like I literally have magic. Focus shortly lowers the mana cost of all spells by 33%. Meditation. Meditate to unlock new memories and feel strong. Okay, so I have no spells. I have no weapons. I got nothing. I got this. This is what I got. Okay. Got my orange anime hair. Where's Oh yeah, that is where the skill tree. This is your journal. Here you can view your quests and statistics and change the system settings. Under quests, you may mark tasks, then their quest targets will be shown on the map. If there are any for that quest. Under statistics, you can track your previous steps. Under system, and settings for gameplay display. Quest. Sirius is dead and I'm alive. I write these words, but I'm not sure if I'm understanding them at the bit I'm unknown. Apparently I had luck. I woke in a valley basin. It has to be Enderal. Feeling strange, feverish, and weak, as well as strong and clear. As if a veil had been in front of my eyes my entire life, which was lifted now. I'm also remembering a weird dream which I had before I woke up, especially the words of the veiled woman, Dude Sirius, ship's bow. It all begins with the dreams. Remember, need answers. Find those most likely on your way to reach dream. Him. Wake up. There's this bitter aftertaste. Easy feeling. Perhaps everything changes. Yeah, Daddy wants me to help Mom. Okay. What do we have? Coin purse? Let's go. How do I put my fist away? There you go. Air parts. Anything else wash up with me? See who? Let's go. At least until I figure out. Like I don't know any magic spells, so Scroll of Boon heals you. Yeah, we have a weapon. We'll become unstoppable. Look at my knife! Wait, how much damage is this? Wait, F. Does it not tell me like damage? Oh, there's the damage stat. Damage 3. Let's go. 3 damage. Read your journal with J. Open your hero menu by pressing A. J? Holy smokes. Okay, this is I like this screen. This is a cool screen. Okay. So that's health. Indicates eternal damage you take before dying. Regenerates itself when you're satiated. Oh, is this a survival game? Okay. Your mana indicates how many spells you can cast before your mind is exhausted. Your mana slowly regenerates itself over time. Mana fungi, or booze speed up that process. Oh, I can get drunk and get my magic back faster. I love that. That's great. Stamina. For sprinting, power attacks blocking. When your stamina is empty, power attacks are reduced to normal ones. Your stamina regenerates over time. Arcane Fever. Hell yeah, drunk wizard built for the win. Yeah. Honestly, if magic existed in real life, I feel like that is how it would work. I mean, one word for alcohol is spirits, right? We have a mental health stat, yeah. Mental health as a magic. Casting healing spells using health or being at specific locations raises the fever. When your fever increases, you first get Valley. Once it hits 100, you die? Okay, something to keep an eye on. And then XP. You need experience points to level up. You receive them for completing quests, killing enemies, discovering new locations, other achievements. The higher your level, the more XP are needed for the next level up. Makes sense. Okay. So I'm Micah, adventurer class. Determined by the 2 memory trees in which you spent the most points. You invest at least 10 points into a fine trees, you unlock a special class. Search the world for hints about these combinations. Interesting. So I don't pick a class and then get stuff. It tells me what my class is based on what I put points into. That's actually kind of cool. I kind of like that. Level 1. So my level up just now was going from 0 to 1. If you gathered enough experience points, you level up. With every level up, you can raise one of your attributes. Receive learning and crafting points and a memory point. Okay, the memory point was what I just used. I spent that. You receive learning points with each level up. You need them to use learning books, which raise your combat-related skills and which you can buy from merchant wilderness. You get crafting points with each level up. You need them to use workmanship guides, which raise your artisanal skills. You need memory points to unlock and develop talents and memories from the 11 different memory trees. You receive one of them with each. Okay, 11. So that's 3 times 3 is 9, plus the 2 extra. Yeah, 11. Okay. Yeah, so that is that. Alright, psionics. The psionics allow its devotees to control the mind of their enemies? What? The higher your psionic skill is, the less mana psionic spells cost. Psionics is subject to the memories of the Sinistro. Okay, so the dark mage, the black mage, skill tree is mind control. Oh my gosh. Elementalism. Students of the... so, I didn't know what that psionics word meant, but now I know it means mind control. I wonder how that works in practice. Anyway. Students of the elementalism are capable of using the power of the elements against their enemies. The higher your elementalism skill is, the lower the mana cost of elementals you get. Elementalism is subject to the memories of the elementalist. Mentalism allows you to summon spectral shields or to make your skin as hard as iron. So, illusion, conjuring. The higher your mentalism skill is, the less mana mental costs. Mentalism is subject to the memories of the thaumaturge. One-handed determines your skill with one-handed weapons, swords, maces, daggers. Axes, the higher the skill, more damage you do with these weapons. One-handed is subject to the memories of the blade dancer. Blocking determines how much damage you can ward off by blocking with a skill or weapon. Blocking is subject to the keeper. Marksman, higher marksman skill, more damage with bows. Marksman subject to the memory of the trickster. Entropy. The forbidden school of entropy allows you to summon creatures from the reality. Trap the soul of your enemies. Use entropic death magic. Entropy is subject to the memories of the Sinistro. Okay, so the Sinistro... Yeah, this is mind control and summoning, like, demons and stuff. That is definitely dark magic stuff. Psionics probably used illusion mechanics, elementalist, destruction, mental illusion. Alteration, that's what I was thinking of. And entropy's conjuration, yeah. Yeah, that's right. You got it, yeah, for sure. Light magic. Spells from the school of light magic allows you to heal yourself, enhance resistance, and banish undead. Okay, so this is restoration. The higher the light magic skill is, the lower the mana cost of its spells. Light magic is subject to the thaumaturge. Two-handed determines damage you two-handed, like Warhammer's or Biden-hander. What's a Biden-hander? Two-handed. What does the last American president have to do with a fantasy medieval weapon? I've never heard of a Biden-hander. Anyway, they still have to work with the Skyrim engine, right? Two-handed is subject to the memories of the Vandal. Light armor. Light armor determines your skill with leather armors. The higher the skill is, the more damage. Light armor is subject to vagrant. Heavy armor determines subject to keeper. Sneak allows you to move unnoticed to ambush your enemy. Sneak is subject to the memory. Okay. So that's combat. Workmanship. Oh wait. Okay. Alchemy allows you to brew health and mana potions and deadly poison, subject to the memories of the Vagrant and Lycanthrope. Sleight of Hand allows you to rob people for money and items. It also increases chance of finding dashes and chests. It's subject to the memories of the Infiltrator. Lockpicking allows you to open locked doors or chests without a key. The higher lockpicking is, the it is to unlock. Enemies can be chest lockpicking, subject to the Trickster. Enchanting determines your skill in using magic items. Higher skill values allow for more powerful enchantments. Enchanting is subject to the memories of the Phasmalith. Handicraft determines the complexity of items you can craft. Forgers or workbenches, from bows to warhammers to furniture. Handicraft is not subject to a memory. Rhetoric allows you to persuade others through conversations to get additional information or even alternative ways to success through dialogues. It also improves the prices from merchants. Rhetoric is not subject to. Okay. Yeah, you can one-to-one map all of these to a Skyrim. Yeah. Okay, cool. But I also feel like this is, even though some of the words are different, I feel like this is less complicated than Skyrim, maybe? Or maybe it's the same. Like, Sleight of Hand is pickpocketing, lockpicking is lockpicking, handicraft is smithing, rhetoric is speech. Sounds like the same. Yeah, it's just, yeah, that's fair. Okay. Okay, cool. So, I understand a little. Ooh. Pickaxe, ocean, torch, first. Got, wait a second. Got what kind of... Got 31 pennies. Let's go. 31 pennies. Sweet. I already feel like I'm gonna run it. Ruined, like in the... Ooh, a sword. I can mine iron ore already, because I... Okay. Let's what the actual skill points do, I guess. Yeah, I need to get a level up. Add it to the inventory. Sword has got to be better. Damage is 4. Oh. Dropped it. Go. Heck yes. Ah. that. Okay. Whoa. That. Oh. That. Okay. Jeez. Okay. Just was a carrot. Get my health back over time. Okay, I feel like there's bats. Health regenerates 180% faster. Generates 9 health for 4 seconds. Worsens your fever by... Okay. Okay. The fever is the bad thing. So I could heal, but how do I get rid of the fever if I start using this? It's rancid, yeah. Abandoned temple. Like, I feel like I probably should be going to civilization first. Getting my stuff together instead of already cave dive. Raising your skills with learning book. Look at the skeleton. Learning book 1. That's freaky. I mean, I'm gonna pick up stuff until I know what it does. Once I figure out, like, what's useless and what's useless, then I'll... Alright, my weapons, clothes, rolls, food. Learning book is food. Increases one-handed for apprentice up to skill level 25. I don't know why I got this. Receive with learning points. I can find them in the wilderness. So I walked into this place and found this learning point in the wilderness, and then it just gave me one of these. Increase one-handed by 1 of 16. Yep, sure enough, one-handed went up by 1. I learned. So I need a learning point and a book to, like, boost this stuff. That's crazy. That's gonna take forever. That's kind of cool, but it's also gonna take... That's where I came in. Here's my torch. I can see stuff. Stuff that I can... Alright, I guess I talked to the statue. Missing something to activate the mech. Spare parts, maybe? I feel like if I had it, it would just... Okay, I probably need to explore to find. Yeah, like that definitely looks like something. What is that? I am not kidding. I feel like I'm picking everything up that I can find. Could I possibly be missing? That stupid mechanism. Okay. Back to the beach, I guess. I don't know. What do you think I'm missing, Ivor? I feel like I'm missing something. I mean, to activate the statue, I guess, but... Ooh. Mana fungi. I read that somewhere. Read about that somewhere. Hot water. Okay. Yeah, I guess look around. Yeah, for real. There's no, like... And that temple seems to be, like, the only place I can... There's no other, like... There's no other paths inland from this beach, from this coast. Can I cross here and go up that way? Like it's... Oh, it's something. It's one of the things that replenished my my mana. Who's the skeleton holding that was crucified? Was he holding something? Didn't even see that. I'm gonna be upset if that's what it is. But like maybe that's what it is. Oh. Settings. Iron Path. I'll leave it on Adept. I don't know. I kind of want to try it on hard. I want to figure out the game. Go crazy with it. He's holding a lantern. Yeah, he's not holding anything else. It's like... What was that? Hello? What is that? Rune key? Okay, that has to be it. Okay, well, I'm... Yeah. Yeah, I'm a goofy goober. Oh, jeez. Oh. Sword. Up. Up. Can I take the key back? Looks like it's valuable. Oh, oh, oh. Okay, spooky bats. Definitely safe. Huh. Go. This way looks like looks the shiniest. Shiny. Lots of crystals. Certain areas, healing spells and health potions raise your arcane. Drink ambrosia to bring it down again. Okay. That's how you get rid of arcane. Whoa, 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 whoa. I am taking arcane fever damage. Good. Okay, but I got spell stuff. How much did I just take? 18%? Jeez. Ah, that's not good. Alright. Oh, it lowers my arcane fever by 20. Okay, so that's... I did find something that's fixable. Old robe. That's way better than what I'm wearing. I look like. Yeah. Oh, and I also picked up a spell tome. Lightning that does 7 points of shock damage and half as much mana per second. Let's go. Oh. Okay, let's do this. First one. Increases entropy. Still off. Okay, that's because of the crap. Give the Forgotten Town. The Dwemer room stuff. Dude, my eyes, man. Where's my torch? I feel like I need the torch. Woo, we have magic! Okay. So yeah, those two were dead ends, but I think I needed to take both of them. Gotta be more stupid rats. Rest in Enderal, you need to, hence you need to search for beds and visit. Learning book marksman. Learning books. Learning book heavy armor. Oh, elementalism. Inedible beer. Okay, so that dude, you're a real one, bro. Left me like 6 books. I was like, it looks like something's. I like how I just. Okay, I think I'm gonna sleep. Booze. It did say inedible beer. Okay, I have 0 learning points. Does that mean I can't read these books? Like, this is the one I want. Yeah, I don't have enough learning. Holy, it doesn't let you need learning points to read the books. Okay. Did I get all my health back? Okay, I got all my health back, but I still have a little bit of arcane. Agonizingly slow progression, yeah. I mean, at least you get learning points by just discovering places. So the other thing, though, is it's slow progression, and, like, I have to be, like, very specific, very deliberate in my skill point choices, because I'm not going to have a ton to play around with. Corpses in the light there. If it's 1 point per level, is it not? So, you can earn them in different ways, the learning points. You get 1 every time you level up. Or you need them to use learning books, and you can buy books from merchants or find them in the wilderness. Okay, I thought if you... Like, I just got a learning point, right? I only had... So there's going to be, like, some books that I'll just have those books on me and not use because I don't want to waste the learn. This machine, why does it seem so familiar? I don't know. Law? Found an ice claw. Ice claws listed consumables. Permanently raise your carry weight by 1 point when eaten. What? Permanently raise my carry weight. That's all. That's gonna be like the most valuable thing. Glad I circled around. Yo, I'm like scanning like everything. That stupid key from earlier. I'm so worried I'm gonna miss something that I need to like going. Okay, yeah, this is whatever this is totally like broke. I think I ate it. The ice. Yeah, 354. Yep. Okay, cool. Hopefully that's its only use. If it's used for something else, I'm gonna be... Oh, okay. I think we might be switching here. Pickaxe, human flesh. Flesh, maybe. Sell it to a camel. Pickaxe. Oh. Another spell tome. Interact with the... I just do. Oh, that goes up, so I can get out. Go. Alright. I think I found... So, Boon sounds like the, yeah, the healing spell. Oh, but if I use it, I worsen my arcane fever by 0.5%. The worsening of the fever can be lessened by the perk Mental Expert. Oh, man. Okay. Well, I mean, I definitely get that. Yeah. Found some more pennies. Let's go. 25 pennies. I'm gonna hit up the strip club. All these pennies I found on first place I'm going. With control, you can sneak to stay undetected. Alright, sneak attack. Who am I about to attack? Holy smokes. It's a troll. It's a troll. Oh jeez. Me alone. Mud Elemental? Zapping it. Eat mana low. Eat mana fungi, drink certain drinks, or take a magical potion to as it is nearly empty and only regenerates very slowly otherwise. Best memory points in the mage tree, you can permanently accelerate your mana. Yeah, I just spent all my mana doing Oh, I probably should have used this. How do I use that? Controls. Activate. Z? Oh, thanks. Okay. The power. Yeah, I should have used that before I started fighting him. Yeah, I'm gonna I'm gonna load the autosave and use that before the fight. Otherwise, that's just silly. Okay. Oops. Left hand, that. Alright, so this, and then that. He's not doing anything. Maybe he was friendly. Okay, yeah, that worked. Sweet. Plus 80 experience. Earned experience points deep enough to working on. What is this? The person. Where's the troll? There's the troll. Bloody skull. Bell tome psionic. Unleash a psionic wave onto humans and creatures, which does 3 points of damage and 2 points of additional damage for mesmerized enemies and pushes them back. The strength of the push depends on your. Blueprint hunting bow. To smoke peaceweed, activate the smoking pipe in your inventory. Oh, that's cool. You can smoke pipe. Smoke a pipe or whatever. Not to alarm you, but the troll seems to be regenerating. Yeah, no, that was alarming. I saw the health regen, and I was like, this is dumb. I'm gonna reload the save and try this fight again with focus. Like, literally, I was just like, I have to lock in. That's what focus is. Yeah. Alright. Definitely reading that. Shoes. Should be wearing shoes. I have a bow, but I have a thing I could use. Use this. Can't equip it. Getting an amethyst is not. I have no pea sweet to smoke. No! I need to find some pea sweet so I can use my smoking pipe. I think I'm satisfied with. I am interested, like this psionics thing. Like I like grounding and it's lightning. Yeah, I get how that works. This sounds like it could be really. Cost is 15. Okay, let's go. New beginning. Find a way out of the ravine. Collect pumpkins to hasten health regeneration. Collect mana fungi to hasten the regeneration. Alright, where am I? This looks pretty? Yeah, looks cool. Alright. I found a way out of the derelict temple and got into a gorge. It seems as if I finally arrived in Enderal. Unless I feel weird. Where do these strange abilities which suddenly have stem from? Magic, this power, perhaps that dream, that near-death experience. They is connected to all. In any case, I should try to find a way out of this gorge first, and I will take it from there. And I've already found a ton of... Ooh, okay. I already found a ton of mana fungi, but looks like I need to find it specifically in this area. Which I'm more than happy to do. Haven't gotten to it. Okay. I'm playing that Enderal game that... Why'd you never finish? How far did you get? I literally got out of the cave. Like, I did the shipwreck and I just now got out of the cave, so now I'm forward to get mushrooms. Good hope. I would hope you're way past that.
Mushrooms and pumpkin babies?
No, not babies, just mushrooms and pumpkins. Yes, you go and bye-byes. Bye-bye. Come here, Arnie. What's your dress?
For the skirt, but
Okay. Alright, give me 1 second, Ivor. I'll be back. Alright, we're back. Okay.
Oh, can you put these on me?
Put those on you?
Yeah, because it... Papa was sleeping. Then he woke up.
Yeah? Good. Here.
Here's other pants I wear.
Those are the pants you wore last night?
Yeah, I had a...
You had a bad dream? What did you dream about?
We're just stuck and...
I was stuck in a green box, or you were stuck in a green box? Why was Daddy stuck in a green box?
Then Auntie and my mom...
And did they help Daddy out of the green box? Why didn't they help Daddy out of the green box?
They got... Oh, they got into a bag.
They got into a bag? Why did they get into a bag? What color was the bag?
What?
They got into a red bag when Daddy was stuck in a green box? And where was Sai Sai and Arby?
I was there too. I was there. I was just running with my baby.
You were running with her?
I was carrying my baby.
You were carrying your baby and running. Okay, that's
Yeah,
good.
and I just did this. I just did this.
Yeah?
I just did this.
You did that? You lifted your hand up? That's good. I think I'm 2 pumpkins short. I found all the... Oh, thank you, Arby. Huh. There was a pumpkin there that I already got. Heals health instantly. Plant saps heals you? Oh, that's nice. Doesn't give me any of that stupid fever, hopefully. No, it doesn't. Okay, cool. So there's just a random tree that can just straight up heal you. Alright, hopefully I'm not missing 2 pumpkins. Well, I know I am missing 2 pumpkins. I actually want to complete that step. Yeah, if there's no more pumpkins in here, or it locks me out of it, I'm gonna go back. Name crystal. Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm daddy. One of 100 magical symbols collected. I just skipped over something. I was trying to search this. Does 6 points of fire damage per second. Targets on. Control. Let's go. Poison of. Test. Guessing that staff. Okay. Oh, I got 5 learning points from leveling up just now. 4 crafting points and memory. Okay. So I could literally use all of the learning points, all the books that I have then. If I want to do that. Next level up is so wow. So the first going from 1 to 2 was like 400 XP or 390 XP. Going from 2 to 3 is 1200. Memory point. For effect. I'm gonna go Elementalist for now. Until I start feeling. Do I? Elementally, I want to use that one. Oh, shoot. I accidentally read the heavy armor. I don't need the heavy armor. Whoops. Alright, anyway. Let me go back to here. I don't think I found all the pumpkins. It's an level 2. Receives 5 learning points for and choose an attribute you want to raise. Okay, this is what I skipped past. Oh. And I'm going to take that one. Here. Darken. Okay. I was like, I know that the pumpkins all have to be here, and I just didn't spend the... Go back in here and... Map has been exhausted. Oh. Looking forward to getting to a town. Sell. It tells me to eat. That was fun. That was satisfying. Okay. Probably better to get the XP for that kill, though, but... Skipped over that. And here's chest. Spelled. Let's go. Probe. Press. Yeah, my spells are the highest. Check, check, check. Find a way out of the room. Nice doggy? We're not a nice dog. Lucky vagrant, yeah. So I hopped in. Hard fights require tactic. Press M2 while blocking. It's down here. I think I killed 3 of them. Okay, gotcha. Thanks for hopping in. I was getting ready to leave anyway. Thanks. Yep, bye. Those away. Let me get my torch out because now it's dark. Taking so long with this intro area. Excuse me. I lose it or drop it or something? I don't have a torch anymore. I don't know where it went. Suspicious soil. Red X on. Pick up the soil mount.
Dad, can I sit on your lap a little bit?
Sit on my lap for a little bit. Touch that. Said Skyrim has like a spell that you can like just, it's like a spell that gives you light. I can't remember what it's called, but like, that would be super heavy lit.
What's heavy whip?
Just different shoes. These are just yeah, there's like whisper. Harvey. Into stuff.
And those green blood.
Those are fireflies. Alright, catch.
And why is it dark?
Because it's nighttime.
Yeah.
Now would you look at that? I knew I'd seen someone scrambling in the mountains. What brings you here, my sir?
You go.
Who am I? Finn
Go
Delirious,
away.
apothecarius by my path. Pleased to meet you. And you are at Sun Coast, in the south of Enderal. Where are you from? But wait, don't tell me. I know that accent. Nerim, isn't it?
There we go. Everything's locked up. At least for the night we should. Wait a second. Who's that?
Just an adventurer on his way. No reason to worry.
No reason to worry.
Baby.
For heck's sake,
You
Finn,
do, baby.
how do you know that this guy isn't with the bandits? You said you'd call me if anyone showed up. And now you're standing here, having a chat with him as if this were the bathing house of Ark.
Lo and behold, we are still alive. Now, is there anything else, Carbos?
I've got my eye on you. Touch any of our stuff, and you'll regret it. Unbelievable.
May I present Carbos, as he lives and breathes. Sorry about that just now. That's just how he is. In any case, if you don't need any more help, I'd suggest you move on. Follow the way east behind the dam house. It'll lead you to a village called Riverville. Ah, here, take this. Truth be told, you don't look so healthy. Your eyes... well, whatever. There's something peculiar about you. I don't know how else to say it. I would examine you myself, but we don't have the right equipment with us. So, if I were you, I'd ask a priest in Riverville to have a look at you. Who knows?
Daddy.
Maybe you caught something in that temple. Us? Oh, nothing spectacular, I'm afraid. We gather herbs, but tomorrow we're going back north, to League. You should stop by one day if you're in the area. Someone who scours Pyrian ruins and survives could surely be useful to the apothecary and help us find something.
Then why you just did?
Well, what can I tell you?
They're
This
talking
is
to
the
him.
Sun Coast, in the south of Enderal. A pretty peaceful area, except for all the animals and bandits that have recently started going crazy. And, well, that's pretty much it. I think you should ask
Why
the
is
people in
he
Riverville if you want to know more. They certainly have some stories to tell.
Is that guy just...
To an adventurer? If you ask me, what you need before you adventure anywhere is some good old-fashioned shut-eye. But yes, there are some places. The Three River Watch, for example, right there below the stone arch. It was once an old trading post, but now it's full of
Yeah, I see you doing
shady
something.
characters. Ah, and there's also a big Pyrian ruin south of it.
I am. I am, Ivor. I am casting your game in 40 minutes.
By the Black Guardian, you really are an outlander, aren't you?
What?
My path is... well, it's just me path. My role designated to me by Malthus, A kind of calling, if you will.
Knowledge about 2 out of 4.
Not exactly. Malthus designates our place in society, generally the same one our fathers and forefathers occupied. I walk the path of the erudites, and there's also the manufacturers, the sublimes, and, of course, the pathless. Within these roles, we are free to choose a profession, but certain vocations that are available to an erudite are not permitted to a manufacturer, which is one path below. However, below does not mean that it is in any way inferior. Everyone on Enderal does what they do best, and who would know better than the gods what exactly that is? And over here, there's a rumor that the Golden Queen has a weakness for men in gowns. Seriously, be careful with that kind of gossip. I know you don't mean any harm, but there are a few who might consider it heresy. Men or women who have never received the path consecration, or those who have broken their path. Brigands, glimmer dust smugglers, murderers, well, you know. In the folly of my youth, I might have thought about it, yes. But then I realized that half of what goes wrong in this world has to do with the desire to advance. I am interested in living the righteous path, and to contribute to the preservation of my people. That's enough for me, and only the faithful will be granted the eternal paths upon death. Maybe. But if I look at other countries, even within the civilized world, it's hard to find a people as peaceful as ours. Yeah, why not? Show me what you've got. Maybe I have some things you can use.
Sell an item by selecting an E are higher than selling. At the bottom, you can switch between your inventory and the merchant's. Lock. E6. Keep the learning books for now. Seem way too valuable. Keep the sword. That's a lot. That's a lot. It, 52. Selling up. Bye. Bye. Super.
Bye. Bye.
This gets me to 30. I don't think I'm 86. Seven. You don't want down? Okay. Back up here. Steep red. Sell one of these.
Daddy.
Cool.
Don't mention it. I wish you a quick recovery and safe roads. Walk blessed. Carbos, do we need the still tomorrow? Or can I clean all the tools?
Places.
Sorry, you can't mess with Daddy's wallet.
I guess that means no.
No. What the heck? One more. But I couldn't afford any more other books that I.
By the righteous path? What happened to you? You look as if you've met the Black Guardian himself. Fever? Well, there could be many causes. Wait a moment. I think I still have some grunt root. That should be enough to ease your pain, at least for now. Take a seat at the fire. The warmth might help you.
Oh, so now we're brewing potions for complete strangers.
Well, if the strangers are about to die of fever, then yes. There was that oath we swore once, remember? to help the afflicted, to...
Whatever.
Thank you. Gruntrudes, Gruntrudes. Ah, here
Marie,
we
you
go.
can't have my phone right now. I know, I'm so...
So, let's see. Sheer cap, some water. Ha! Done. I can't make any promises, but...
Finn! The still!
Ha ha! Do something, damn it! Do something! Oh, sod it!
Do I really have to watch every step you take? That was a fucking close call.
Hey, I'm sorry, alright. We'll pick up a new one in Ark.
Yeah, and you're paying for it. Here I thought this bloody day couldn't get any worse.
This day isn't getting any better. Here, drink this. It'll help you. See, you already look a lot better. Still, you should let a priest take a look at that fever as soon as possible. The grunt root potion will wane in a few days. What, you mean the still? Bad quality, and too much heat, I'd wager. But, whatever will be, will be. Explosion? I'm not sure I follow.
Oh, that'd be great, wouldn't it? Finn Dalleries. Died in 8234. Cause of death, exploding still.
Ha ha. Look, I really don't know what you're talking about. Maybe...
Wait a second. What was that? I could have sworn I saw something moving over there. Oh shit!
What the? Carbos!
They've hit me, Finn. Those bastards. They've hit me.
Ack.
Carbos, do something, damn it!
Now look at that. Our mysterious survivor has awoken. Jaspar Matumiel Delveric. Jaspar for short. And you, my friend, are at my very own campsite. Before you ask, yes, the bandits killed both of the apothecary. The only reason you're still alive is that the impact of the explosion threw you right into the thicket. Most of your injuries are only superficial, but your fever, well, that's a different story. I was on the perimeter, and no, I didn't help for two reasons. One, I was outnumbered. Two, I'm quite fond of my entrails. I wish I had a more heroic answer, but I don't. Sorry. Quite a lot, actually. You're suffering from Arcanist's fever. Honestly, I'm surprised the old apothecarius didn't see that. Let me guess, you're suddenly capable of doing things you previously knew only from the bard songs, right? You're unusually strong, you have reflexes like a cat, and drinking potions or any kind of magically infused substance leaves a bitter afterglow in your head. Well then, congratulations. Your magical talent just blossomed. A bit late, given your age, but it happens. Put simply, the fever is a result of your body not being able to cope with it. That's not much of a problem for now, but if you don't let an Arcanist treat you sometime soon, things are going to get grim. Contain it, not cure it. From here on out, you're always going to be a little more sensitive than someone without magical gifts. But that's tolerable compared to what your magic will allow you to do. Prone to certain conditions. As I said, your fever will get worse if you drink healing potions. But you'll also be a lot more susceptible to nightmares and those kinds of things. Also, you should be very cautious of areas with magical contamination, such as Thalgard in the east. At first, diffuse headaches, general unease. Later on, your eyesight will blur, your limbs will grow weak, and you'll get a maddening itch all over your body. If you leave it untreated for too long, you'll either die or turn into an Orbaya. Yes, it can kill you. Everything has its price, as the wise hermit likes to say. And an Orbaya is basically a giant undead version of yourself with tumors and pus all over your body. Just never let the fever get too bad. Well, there's ambrosia, but for an uncontained fever, it'll only postpone the symptoms. Later, you can drink it whenever the fever gets worse. The stuff looks and tastes like undead sweat, and is bloody expensive, but it's the only thing that really helps. You have visions?
Why are you talking to this guy now?
Not that I know
Just
of.
helping me.
The only visions I've ever had are those that come along with a good pipe of peaceweed. You know what? As I said, someone needs to contain your fever as soon as possible. And as it happens, I know people. But in return, I want you to tell me everything. What did you do in that temple? And what's the story with those visions? I can't put my finger on it, but there's something strange about you, and that intrigues me. What do you say? Well, then, the stage is yours. I see. My condolences for your loss. So, let me summarize. You somehow survived getting thrown into the open sea, and while you were half dead, had this dream in which you saw burnt bodies and a blinding light? Huh. And you also said that your magic didn't develop gradually, as it usually does, but all at once, right? Well, that's quite the story. I guess you know how absurd it sounds, but for some reason, I believe you. I've met a lot of liars in my life, and you aren't one of them. All right, it's settled then. I'll introduce you to my employer and ask him to treat you. Before we leave, however, there's something else I need to take care of, and I could use a hand. The sooner we get that done, the sooner we can make for Ark. Ark? The capital of this country? Walls high as towers of iron-hard stone rest alone in the mountains in granite enthroned, never decaying, the ages surveying, guarded by Malphus, and blah 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 blah, and so on and so forth. You're going to see it soon. Up to you. But without me accompanying you, the guards won't let you into the Sun Temple in Ark, and that's the only place you can get your fever treated. Well, aren't you curious? I work for the Holy Order. Yeah, but they're more than just a military unit here. Enderal belongs to Malphus, the guardian god, and the Order answers directly to him. In other words, they're calling the shots here. No king, no queen, no council, just an order of noble warriors always looking so stern and joyless that you might think they're struggling with constipation. Splendid. You'll need some information before you can help me, though. I take it the fact that Vin has seen better times hasn't eluded your attention, has it? For the last 2 years, there have been wars and unrest everywhere. And even though in Enderal there is officially peace, there are peculiar things happening here, too. Roaming of docile animals, attacking wanderers in the open, the dead awakening in hordes. It's
Playing your little few words.
The strangest thing, however, is the red madness. Yeah, the rumors. I've heard them too. And I could indeed imagine that they're true, and that there's a connection, yes. As I said, maybe. If you ask me, the Lightborn were never more than imposters anyway. False gods. Oh, I'm hardly representative. I've seen that a long life is only one of the things powerful magic can achieve. And the false deity theory isn't that new, after all, is it? Seriously, say the Lightborn really are as mighty as the revelations say they are. Wouldn't they have the power to call down lightning on me right here and right now, to punish me for my insolence? No. The Lightborn were immortal kings, and that's all. At least, that's how I see it. I hope I didn't hurt your feelings. Splendid. You never know. But we digress. Yeah. It's some kind of mental illness that makes people lose their mind. Just a couple of weeks ago, there was a smith in Ark who butchered his entire family. He was drunk. But that doesn't explain why he screamed things like, "Fear the light." Or a young woman, Noble Path, who set her own house on fire while her family was asleep. Now, you might say that these kinds of things happen, but by now there have been more than a dozen incidents in a very short period of time. The fact that the afflicted's eyes glow red while they go rampant has made people call the disease the Red Madness. Thing is, some weeks ago it happened again, only this time it was a magister from the Holy Order itself.
My dad in the dream and the visions had red eyes, too.
A teacher who instructs the novices aspiring to become keepers. His name was Yarrow, a man with more than 60 winners on his back. Well, according to the sole survivor, he entered the teaching room that day as usual, but instead of giving his lecture on alchemy, he gave a strange kind of speech where he kept going on about how mankind is corrupted and that it has succumbed to the void. Then his eyes started glowing, he locked the door and blew himself up in a magical explosion. Yes, it is. I'm not one for vows and austerity, so no, I'm no keeper. My specialty is recovering lost things. Treasures, tomes, memories, and the like. And the Order hired me to do just that. They want to know how a man like Yarrow could fall victim to the Red Madness. And thus, if there's something like a pattern to this malady. Doesn't matter. Yarrow grew up in a small village not far from here. And according to the Order, he visited it quite often after his partner died. What I want your help with is finding clues as to why he did what he did. What do you think? Great. First of all, I want you to travel to Riverville and talk to an old man named Alfred, a childhood friend of Yarrow's. Ask him what he makes of the incident, and whether he has any explanation for it. Secondly, a farm boy told me that he saw Yarrow throw something into the sea during his last visit there. The winds have been blowing inland the last couple of days, so go search the shoreline and see if it washed up. I myself will take a look at the house Yarrow grew up in. Ah, and here. This is a map of the region. Yarrow's house is at the blue dot. So, unless there's anything else, I'd say let's step to it. Just meet me at the farm when you're done.
Subject. More stars alert. Tell me the bush. Fruit. Bald whose trail is corpses which are not in battle. No, corpses which are solely the result of my own doing. Men, priests, merchants, travelers. My murders seem to follow an inscrutable path. Arbitrariness will put an ice veil over it. Of course, this will them and the whole less than a monstrosity. Atlas. Evil man. Part 1. Sure. Back in a second. Okay, I'm back. Was I? Because these are the colors in which the world prefers to think, black and white. No one will ask about the how and why. Even these pages will be hard to acquire, for the Holy Order will surely do everything in its power to prohibit their printing, which is why I shall congratulate you, whoever you may be, for holding. With this assembly of withered pages, you shall be given in very own. Do not understand them as a justification for my deeds, because this is not what they I assume full responsibility for what I have done, and I desire no absolution, neither from Malthus, whose supposed divinities they merely smile upon, nor from the people, justice, or greater power, whose true nature we have not yet learned. This book is no more than a testimony of strange and inscrutable happenings yonder which have made me into what I am. For one. It was a dull, cold, and wet morning that would change my life forever. Yes, somehow, it almost seemed as if that day, Mother Nature, as a response to the festivities of the preceding night, had decided to recover herself with a dreamy, nondescript day. The reason for the aforementioned festivities had been the so-called Star Summer Night, which every year marks the beginning of a new spring, and in which the night sky is illuminated by dozens of untamed starfires. While the common people, however, use the occasion to indulge in their cravings, whether by drinking in smoky taverns, dancing around the first delve of spade, or having cultivated conversations at a ball, for us clerics it means nothing but a night filled with processions and prayer. After briefly attending the joyous speech of the mayor and giving my priestly blessing to the commencement of the festivities, I silently retreated into the temple and prayed until both my knees and tongue were sore. Just like the holy verses oblige every priest to do, it was of no significance whether the cleric was the high priest or, as was the case with me, merely a simple, insignificant father in a simpler and more insignificant village. Bedtime stories with Micah, yeah. Um, Mine was called Fogville and was situated on a constantly windy, sparsely vegetated cliff at the very west of Enderal. It owed its name to, who would have guessed, the pale, thin wafts of mist which every morning descended on the village's countenance like a morning veil over the face of an old widow. I still remember this last gaze yonder which I threw upon the poor houses at the bottom of the hill the village's temple was enthroned upon. After the dissonant orchestration of lute music, animated laughter, and popping of corks, an almost eerie silence had laid itself upon them. Only here and there a lonesome figure could be seen and heard moving through the cool mist, and even the bakery's chimney remained still. I feebly smiled into the face of the village I had grown up in. My father, who actually wasn't my father, claimed to have found me wrapped in linen, lying in a basket near a way shrine on the mist road. I had been abandoned. The man who later became my father took me to the village, full of devotion and grateful for the divine gift. However, before his untimely death only 10 years later, I never got rid of the feeling that his compassionate act was due to the fact that he found me right underneath a statue of Malthus and not because of his wish for a child. Gilman the Tanner, as the villagers called him, was a delicate man with a pockmarked skin and a narrow nose. In his own opinion, the whole world conspired against him, which was the sole reason for his misery. We never talked much, but when we did, our conversations followed a general pattern. With his sawing voice, he would call me to his fireplace room, where he sat rigidly most of the time, along with 2 empty tankards of beer. Then he would gesture to me to sit down and announce that he had to, quote, get something off his chest. The fact that only his foundling son was there to listen was further proof for how badly life had treated him. It would start right when I sat down. Hjalmar the hunter had sold him rancid oils, an evil cutthroat, my father called him. But after all, that was the nature of the Aeterna, he said. And in Enderal, this fact was not as well known as Narim, or Matressa Rulia? Rulia? I don't know. That's clearly a 3. Anyway, who had served him bitter wine, a mean crone she was, he said, oh yes, but thanks to Malthus, he had perceived her plan and cut her down to... And then, of course, Rashik, the smith's twin boys, rascals they were, both of them, no respect they had for path-abiding, hard-working people like him, but no manners were to be expected from a coal man and his breed. What do they know about decency? He said excitedly. These folks do nothing but shag until the bed breaks down. It did not matter to him that Rashik was Iranian, the third generation lying in Enderal, and that he preferred a long-term union with his mate over the promiscuous family clan. These conversations, his persistently sour breath, and the small smell of raw hides, leather, and animal fats in the workshop made up a great deal of my childhood. Of friends I had only a few to none, mostly due to the fact that my father made me work hard in the tannery as soon as I reached the age of 5. If Mater Leia, I am sure of this now, had not by incident noticed my quick wit, I would still be there today, working between animal parts, stretched hides, and slippery grease. Maybe the strange experience on that misty morning would have never happened, yet she noticed, and that is how it came to be that on the day of my path consecration, the aged priest proclaimed my holy path in a solemn voice. I, Yale, Tanner's son, predestined to dedicate my life entirely to Malthus's glory as a priest. Of course, back then I did not fully comprehend what that meant, but the other children's awestruck reactions made me realize it was a good thing. Thus, I left the bleak tannery and only entered the old house on the edge of the village to sleep there. My foster father, the child abduction, was only. Looking back, I think that the amiable Mater was the only real caregiver. She taught me to read and write, and she taught me the essentials of herbal lore. With empathy and strictness, she taught me what I needed to know to become part of the Enderalian clergy. 10 winters later, I received priesthood and began to serve in the small temple. I did what an obedient priest had to do. I held services, I prayed, I maintained the temple, and I heard the villagers' professions. Mater Palea left the village on her 60th name day and moved to a retirement quarter in the Sun Temple in the which I only knew from tales. A year later, my father passed away, an event that, to my surprise, affected me deeply, but from then on, everything became lethargic routine until that. The man I was then, was he a happy man? I am not able to tell. When I try to recall the first 28 years of my life, my memories seem like fading words on old. My reason tells me that I was blessed in a way. The life of a priest was pleasant and constant without highs and lows. I had enough to eat, I had a home, and enough pennies to afford the services of a wandering whore from time to time. I knew that, according to the holy verses, I would enter the eternal paths at the end of my days. Path trodden, my task fulfilled, but things turned out differently. After I had taken off my robes and wearily sat down under the sheet of sheep's wool, I noticed a strange and dull feeling in my stomach. Today I know that this unremarkable moment was the first time I encountered the fire. It was small, insignificant, only a weak glow, but it was there, knowing that I would wake up as a different man. However, on this gray morning, I was too tired to pay attention to it. Exhausted, I wrapped my sheet around myself and was fast asleep a moment later. I awoke in a dream. I found myself on an idyllic forest glade surrounded by green oak trees whose leaves and setting sun stood at the horizon like molten blaze and shone a red light over the scenery. I savored the spicy fresh air, which tasted of wet moss, morning dew, and old secrets, mysterious, wild, and clear, like life itself. In contrast to what we all know of the nightly journeys that we call dreams, I was fully aware of the unreality of the scenery, so I accepted it as if it was natural as time's passing. I was stark naked, as on the day of my birth, but I was not ashamed. On the contrary, I felt strong and clear and free. When I took my eyes away from the sky and looked in front of me, I saw her. She stood in an old ruin that was overgrown with ivy and whose collapsed walls and arches told of ancient times. She wore a gray flowing robe that only allowed a glimpse of her femininity beneath. Her hood hung deeply over her face, so only the tender and delicate parts of her cheeks and chin were visible. A sight that could have stemmed from the imagination of a Curanian. Her dense midnight black hair was tied into snake-like braids and fell down to her shoulders. Various things were interwoven in her hair, old faded coins that must have been lost civilizations, small finely polished bones from animals unknown to us, and strange ribbons whose colorful threads created an artful pattern. But it was none of this that hypnotized me and drew me toward the veiled figure in the ruin. It was a smile. With every step I took towards her, I fell deeper into its charm. It was not a lovely smile, as some might assume. It was a mixture of melancholy, rage, hope, and love, a symphony of contradicting feelings, which I thought to be irreconcilable. Yeah, how long? Dude, this still keeps going. I don't have time to finish this, holy smoke. I was trying to read all of it, but like... Gee whiz, there's no way I finished it. Take it. All volume. Right, that is it for part 1 of Enderal. I thought that was cool. It's fun. I have some risks to go. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that. Thanks everyone so much for